Welcome to English 1, Quarter 3, Weeks 5 to 7. Details in short stories or poems. After listening to short stories and poems, you are expected to note important details pertaining to character, setting, and events. Give the correct sequence of three events. Infer the character's feelings and traits. Identify cause and effect or effect of events. Identify the speaker in the story or poem. Predict a possible ending of a story read. Relating story events to one's experience. Discuss, illustrate, and dramatize specific event. Identify the problem and solution. Retell a story listened to. Ask simple questions about the text listened to. Read the story below. You may also listen to it by asking your parents or guardian to read it for you. The new toys. Jay and Joy have new toys. Jay has a new toy car. It is small but shiny. Meanwhile, Joy has a new doll. It is big and beautiful. Their Tita May gave these gifts to them during their birthday. She hid them behind the table to surprise them. They hurriedly looked for the gifts. When they saw them, they immediately opened them. They jumped for joy when they saw their new toys. They were just what they wished for. They thanked and kissed their tita. They loved their new toys. Let us answer the questions. Who received gifts during their birthday? Jay and Joy. Who gave them the gifts? Tita May. Where did she hide the gifts? Behind the table. What gifts did they receive? Toy car for Jay and a new doll for Joy. What did they do when they found the gifts? They immediately opened the gifts. For our learning task 1, read the poem below. You may also listen to it by asking your parents or guardian to read it for you. Then, arrange the given events in their correct order or sequence. Do this in your notebook. At the zoo. I went to the zoo with my cousins and friends. First, we saw a deer with its long antlers. Then, we saw a giraffe with towering neck and long legs. Then, we saw a monkey jumping from tree to tree. And then, an elephant with ears waving at me. Then, a crocodile with long tail and sharp teeth. Then, a bear as white as milk. Then, a zebra with stripes from head. Then, a zebra with stripes from head to feet. And then, a big lion sleeping in its den. It was a wonderful and amazing day at the zoo. Let us look at pictures. Using the poem that you have just read or listened to, tell which animal the characters first saw. Write A for the first animal, B for the second, and so on. Do this in your notebook. I will read again the story so that we can find the answers. I went to the zoo with my cousins and friends. First, we saw a deer with its long antlers. What is the first animal that they saw? Correct. Number 2, deer. So we are going to write letter A on number 2. Next. Then we saw a giraffe with towering neck and long legs. Where do you think is the giraffe? Okay, it's in number 6. So we are going to write letter B. And then we saw a monkey jumping from tree to tree. Where is the monkey? Correct. It's in number 1. So we are going to write letter C on number 1. Next, let us continue. And then an elephant with ears waving at me. What is the next animal? Correct, an elephant. It is located at number 3. So we are going to write letter D on number 3. Then, a crocodile with long tail and sharp teeth. Where do you think is the crocodile? Correct, it's in number 5. So we are going to write letter E. Then, a bear as white as milk. Where is the bear? It is in number 4. So we are going to write letter F. Then, a zebra with stripes from head to feet. Where is the zebra? It is in number 8. Correct. So we are going to write letter G. And then the last one is a big lion sleeping in its den. It was a wonderful and amazing day at the zoo. So the lion is located in number 7, and we are going to write letter H. Very good. Let us discuss understanding short stories and or poems. Children, short stories and poems are important sources of life lessons. As a young child, you are expected to read and listen to different stories and poems appropriate to your age or level. After reading or listening to them, it is necessary that you are able to understand their meanings and details. One of the ways to show that you understand the story or poem that you have read is by noting details. You can note important details by describing the characters, the setting, when and where the story happened, and the events. Sequencing events is also a good way to show that you have understood the story or the poem. You may rearrange the events by identifying which one occurs first, which one is the second, and so on. Inferring the feelings and characteristics of the characters is also an example of showing understanding of the poem or story. With this, you are able to determine the feelings of the character in a story or poem. You will know if the characters are happy, afraid, or sad. Other ways of showing and understanding what we have read or listened to are by identifying the cause and effect and determining the problem and the solution. Also, dramatizing and predicting the possible ending are some less ways to show how well one understands a poem or story. You can make prediction by guessing what will happen next. For our learning task 2, read the story below. You may also listen to it by asking your parents or guardian to read it for you. Then, answer the questions that follow. Do this in your notebook, Patty and Furry. There was an animal shelter in our barangay. It took care of different animals, including cats and dogs. But due to lack of financial support, it decided to close or shut down. Many animals would be affected by this, so my family decided to adopt a puppy and a kitten. They were really cute and calm. They did not have names yet. I wanted to give them nice names. Wilson, my brother, asked me, "What names will you give them?" "I will give them names that best describe their characteristics," I replied. Puppy has a black spots in its body, so I named it Spotty. The kitten has white long fur, so I called it Furry. I was so happy with the names I gave them. I will love and take care of them. They have finally found their new home. Let us answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the reason why the animal shelter shut down? A. Overcrowded shelter. B. Lack of fund. C. Destroyed buildings. Correct answer is letter B. Number 2. What did the family do to save some animals? A. Adopted a puppy and a kitten. B. Gave donations to the shelter. C. Bought a puppy and a kitten. Correct answer is letter A. Number 3. What animals did they adopt? A. A kitten and a puppy. B. A rabbit and a kitten. Or C. A puppy and a bird. The correct answer is letter A. Number 4. What characteristic does the kitten have? A. Has black spots in its body. B. Has white long fur. Or letter C. Loves to eat. Correct. The answer is letter B. Number 5. What characteristic does the puppy have? A. Has black spots in its body. B. Has white long fur. Letter C. Loves to eat. Correct. The answer is letter A. Number 6. Who is the speaker's brother? A. Spotty. B. Wilson. C. Furry. Correct. The answer is letter B. Number 7. What is the name of the puppy? A. Spotty. B. Wilson. C. Furry. Correct. Letter A. Number 8. What is the name of the kitten? A. Spotty. B. Wilson. C. Furry. Correct. Letter C. Next, number 9. Who is the speaker in the story? A. I. B. Spotty. C. Wilson. The correct letter is A. Number 10. What did the speaker feel after adopting and naming the puppy and the kitten? A. Sad. B. Afraid. C. Happy. Correct. Letter C. For learning task 3, read the stories below. You may also listen to them by asking your parents or guardian to read them for you. Then, identify what would happen next in each situation as shown by illustrations. Write the letters of your answers in your notebook. Number 1. Jason has a dog named Bantay. One rainy day, it got all muddy. Jason decided not to let Bantay in as it might make the house dirty. What do you think will happen next? Correct. Letter B. He will wash Bantay. Number 2. Paula was working on her assignment. When she finished it, her mother had already prepared their food for dinner. Her mother called her after. What do you think will happen next? Correct. Letter C. For our learning task 4, let us read the story below. You may also listen to it by asking your parents or guardian to read it for you. Then, answer the questions that follow. Do this in your notebook. Story is about the missing book. It was late in the evening. Anthony was very sad. He could not find his English book. What he remembered was he placed it on his study table. Check your cabinet, his mother told him. Maybe it is there. Anthony opened his cabinet. He checked all the drawers. He removed all his clothes to check if the book was there. Unfortunately, it was not there. He was really lonely. Check your bag, his father said. But it was not there too. I have to find it, Anthony whispered. Ah, I went to the Bahay Kubo in the garden to study there. He suddenly remembered. I have to check it there. His mother joined him in looking for his book. His mother joined him in looking for his book in the said Bahay Kubo beside their house. It was there. His English book was there. I found it, Anthony shouted. He thanked his mother and father for helping him find his book. He then finished the last part of his assignment and placed his book in his bag. He was so happy for finding his most precious book. Let us answer the following questions. Number 1. What is your most favorite part of the story? Tell why this part is your most favorite scene. And in number 2, just like Anthony, have you experienced losing something very important? What item did you lose? How did you find it? And for our last activity, in your own words, retell and share the story to your parents or guardians. After retelling it, ask them if you have shared all important details of the story. That's it for today. Thank you for listening and see you soon.